Who's ready to nub?
I'm ready to nub.
Who's up, Nubby? Who's up? Are you up?
Who up nubbing their nubby? Who up nubbing their numbers?
We're continuing from last time. Because I got a punk nubby now.
Yep. Happy Thanksgiving, first of all, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Almost Thanksgiving, right?
Well, it'll be Thanksgiving when this episode comes out.
Oh, great.
Yeah, this is the Thanksgiving episode.
Oh, I thought we had to do an episode for today.
No.
I mean, today as in Thanksgiving.
Today as in Thanksgiving, when this episode is coming out, obviously.
Yes, yeah, of course.
No. So today we're
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Our favorite holiday here on Popsicle Meltdown Convention. We're gonna be reading some Thanksgiving Reddit story. Well, I'm gonna be reading them while Connor plays Nubby. So Connor's gonna be nubbing, and I'm gonna read some Thanksgiving Reddit stories, and we're gonna see how they turn out.
Let's do it.
All right, here's the first one. Am I the asshole for leaving in the middle of Thanksgiving dinner because of pumpkin pie? My 32 female mother, 60 female, hosts Thanksgiving dinner at her house every year. I don't know why I'm talking like a fucking AI. It's a small event with my parents, me, my brother's family, and my sister-in-law's family attending. We avoid family quarrels by implementing a strict no politics rule and trying our best to be civil. I should probably mention that we are not a particularly close-knit family. We rarely see each other beyond these events since my brother lives in South Africa, and I travel a lot due to my work. Thanksgiving is important to my mom, since it's one of the rare times we're all together. Anyway, the main problem I have with my mother is her constant critique of me. She has a habit of making passive-aggressive comments about my life choices, from my career to my lack of children to the way I dress. I've addressed this with her multiple times, but she doesn't really seem aware of it. My father claims it's just her way of fussing and expressing that she cares. It does hurt, though, because my brother is never criticized in the same manner. I cannot entirely fault her for her criticism, since I did majorly mess up my life a few months ago, depression, and it has affected her opinion of me negatively. Sorry. This is okay. It does not excuse the way I acted, but I just wanted to explain why I left. By the time we finished dinner, I was a bit prickly because of some of her commentary. I made a cake for dessert. I was explicitly put in charge of it, and no one specified what exactly I should make, so I opted for maple cheesecake. I did my best, and I think it looked okay. My mom normally makes pumpkin pie, but I really hate pumpkins. They make me gag. So, I thought perhaps we could try something new. As I was bringing out the cheesecake, my mom eyed it somewhat warily and announced that she'd decided to make the usual pie as well. This caught me off guard.
Oh no.
I asked why she didn't tell me beforehand, and she said something like, well, we figured you'd do your own thing, so I thought it was best to have a backup. She went on to cut the pie and serve it to everyone, instructing me to leave the cheesecake in the kitchen. When someone asked to try my dessert, she said, let's not mix too many flavors at once, which just felt passive-aggressive. I know it's immature for an adult to get this upset over a triviality, but I just politely refused as she was handing me a slice of pie, retrieved my coat, and left.
Wow.
People were calling after me, I think, but by that point I was crying for some reason, and it would have been too humiliating to have an emotional outburst in front of everyone for
some
no
reason. Depression.
My mom just texted me saying that it was incredibly rude and immature of me to leave like that, especially on Thanksgiving. My brother also sent me a message saying I'm acting irrationally. I feel so horrible for leaving so abruptly because my parents are getting older and we are already not close. Something about my mom seems to turn me into a neurotic teenager and I hate it.
Huh. Well,
So
that's friggin' wild.
this is in best of Redditor updates, so there are updates after this, but they add comments that are particularly prevalent, and one of the commenters said, "I know this is painful to accept, but it doesn't sound like your family likes you."
Oh no.
And the OP was like, "I wish they could pretend to, at least during the holidays."
Yeah.
Yeah.
The biggest thing that stood out to me was going, nobody told me what to make, so I opted for maple cheesecake. And I'm like, if I was put in charge of making something like that everybody would like or something, my first option would not be maple cheesecake. Like, I like cheesecake,
Yeah,
and
no,
I
I
like
mean-
maple. It's just what a weird thing to be like, this is what I'm going with.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in terms of like fall flavors, your options are a little bit limited if you don't like pumpkin. If pumpkin makes you
But
gag.
I would go apple before I went maple.
Right, an apple cheesecake. Or even like apple maple cheesecake or something. I don't know.
Just that's so funny to be like, well, nobody told me what to make, so I opted for maple cheesecake. I'm like, what are you doing? You definitely shouldn't get the hate from your mom because of it, but like, that's such a wild option to say that, to do that first.
Yeah. Hey, listen, the thing that we do with Thanksgiving a lot of the time is we just have two pies. We have an apple pie and we have a pumpkin pie. So maybe they can try that in the future. Also, there is an update, but it's very much just like, I don't know how I feel about my family, whatever, so I'm not gonna read it. We'll move
That's
on to
the
another
best
story.
of Redditor updates.
Yeah.
Is I don't know how I feel about my family.
Basically, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, you ready for another story, Connor?
Yeah, hit me with it.
All right, I'm gonna hit you with it. All right. My boyfriend, an 18 male, cheated on me. What do I do about the Thanksgiving dinner plan?
Uh-oh.
Me and my family are supposed to be going over to my boyfriend's house for Thanksgiving dinner. We held Thanksgiving at my house last year, and now it's my boyfriend's parents' turn, so to speak. Our families get on really well. Oh, hold on. I think that this is supposed to be... I think
British.
this is a British... All right, hold on. I'm going to start again.
You don't need to. Don't need to.
Well, all right, I'll continue from there. Our families get on really well. We've all known each other for over 10 years. Our parents were friends, and that's how me and Dylan... Oh, his name's Dylan. Me and Dylan knew each other. We've been together for 3 years. Last night, Dylan confessed something dreadful to me. He had slept with a friend he had met for drinks 4 days ago. He was apologetic, but I don't know how I'm going to do with our relationship. I don't know what I'm going to do with our relationship. I've always thought I'd never forgive things like this because I always believed once a cheat, always a cheat. It's totally different when it's you in the situation, I think. There's personal feelings involved and a past you don't really want to forget. I'm stuck in this situation at the moment, but I'm more stuck with the issue with Thanksgiving. We're supposed to be happy families later, with our families sitting together and being thankful. I just don't think I can sit at the table with him and pretend everything is okay, especially with the situation so raw. None of our families know what he did yet, and I don't want to ruin everyone's day by causing a huge drama with our relationship. It's supposed to be a happy time, and I know 100% that my family, that my parents, especially my mum, will absolutely freak knowing Dylan has broken my heart like this. I don't want to upset them, so I'm asking for advice on what to do in this situation. I don't know whether to go and act normal or to let everyone know. It's too late for my parents to have a Thanksgiving at our home, so it's not like I can just stay home and have Thanksgiving here. All advice welcome, please.
And you say you're a voice actor, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I am. I've been paid for my time as a voice actor.
You haven't been paid for this time, right?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay, good. All right, good.
All right,
Phew.
good, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Phew. That was a close one. I was just making sure nobody was wasting their money. So yeah,
Okay.
I I think I got most of the story. I was just distracted by the accent.
Sure.
I mean, it's certainly, it makes complete sense as to why she wouldn't want to be at Thanksgiving with her cheating boyfriend.
Yeah.
I could only imagine that the mom would just fucking flip if she heard or if she knew about the whole situation.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think she should do?
Yeah, I guess that is the more important thing, is what next. I honestly, it's such a weird situation because you would usually have the time to kind of think it through, but now she knows this is a terrible timing.
Yeah, it's not great, is it?
I don't know. Like, I guess if she doesn't want everybody to know, she's got to grin and bear it. But if I honestly wouldn't care. Like, just fucking maybe at the end of the dinner, she just goes like, "Oh yeah, and Dylan, and Dylan, we're broken up," and then and then they'll be like, "Huh?" And then they'll say exactly what.
Yeah.
Her British friend would be like, "Oh."
There you go. I think people have canceled family Thanksgiving visits for less. This seems like sort of an emotional crisis. And it's probably not an idea to, like, obviously this person is young, you know. They didn't say their age, but the boyfriend is like 18. So, you know, it's hard to know what to do in a situation like that. But I think for the most part, you know, if you were to just say like, hey, something came up just like between me and Dylan, like, I don't even necessarily think you need to say what it was, and just like, I mean, he can still go, you know, let's go have his family Thanksgiving, but like,
yeah,
you know,
you don't want to ruin Dylan's good time.
You don't want to ruin Dylan's good time, but I think you could also just be like, just tell your parents, you know, just, I don't even know if you have to, like, I mean, I would tell them about the cheating, but like, if you're really that worried about it on the day specifically, I think you could wait until after the fact and just be like, can we have Thanksgiving at home? Or maybe you would have to tell them, I don't know, to get the point across. But either way, I think you should be open and honest.
Yeah, maybe just tell your parents at that point and then be like, hey, be cool. But then, like, after the whole dinner, just kind of be like, well, this is the last time you're going to see Dylan and his family.
This is it. Enjoy it. Okay, we have an update from the next day.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Thank you. I told my parents after I read your comments. We were supposed to go to my boyfriend's family's house for one, but we didn't go. We did tell Dylan's parents why, and they aren't happy with him. My parents and I are making our own dinner and spending the day together. They told me they would rather have a small dinner with just me rather than a big dinner when Dylan did what he did. My mother is furious with Dylan. That my happiness comes first. I told them that I was afraid of ruining everyone's day, but they told me I had nothing to be afraid of and they only want what's best for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine the mom wouldn't be like, well, we gotta go see Dylan. Like, this is, I don't care about whatever you're going through, honey, but we gotta see Dylan.
We gotta fucking see Dylan. If I don't see Dylan this particular Thursday in November, my entire fucking week is ruined.
Did you know I made a maple cheesecake because I know Dylan loves maple cheesecake?
I did it for him. I did it for Dylan. All right. Here we go. Here's another story. Another story. Am I the asshole for not prioritizing my girlfriend's tradition during Thanksgiving? My girlfriend, a 25-year-old female, and I, a 26-year-old male, visited my parents for Thanksgiving, staying from Wednesday to Sunday. A couple weeks ago, she told me she likes to get Chinese food on Black Friday because her family used to do that, and it's a tradition she doesn't get to do anymore. Initially, I dismissed it, saying we should just eat leftovers since my mom likes to stick around and eat with everyone. I also didn't want to leave the others out, but she convinced me it was important, so I told my mom on Wednesday night that we wanted to go out on Friday. My mom was visibly upset. I looked to my girlfriend and asked if we could move it to Sunday instead. She agreed. Fast forward to Friday around 4:30 p.m., she told me she was upset that I didn't care about her feelings. I was confused because I thought we had resolved it by moving it to Sunday. She said she still wanted to go out on Friday, so I said, let's go. But then she said she didn't want to go anymore because she had eaten a big breakfast, and I suggested we get takeout later, but she said it was fine, and we didn't go. Later in the car, she had a mature conversation with me about needing to learn how to let things go, and I thought that was the end of it. However, this morning, Sunday, she brought it up again, and she said she was still upset that I dismissed her feelings. She also revealed that this tradition is tied to her late grandfather who passed away 3 years ago, and that's why it's so meaningful. She said she thought we were making fun of her for wanting Chinese food, which we weren't. I told her I wish she'd said something earlier, because we absolutely would have gone if I knew how important it was to her. She says she's not mad at me now, but I still feel like she is. She also said I should have read between the lines. I feel like I tried to make it work on Friday and genuinely thought we had a plan for Sunday. Did I mess this up? Am I the asshole? What do you think, Connor? Is this guy an asshole?
No. As much as I want to be like, this guy should have known, like, there was no way he could have known about the grandfather thing, especially when she just didn't tell him until the very last point. I think this happens in all relationships at least once, that there's just some kind of miscommunication. And I don't know, they're young, they're fucking 25 and 24 and 26. Like, it'll happen. That miscommunication's gonna happen. But I don't think he's an asshole, like, purposefully. I think he really didn't understand the severity of the situation and like why it meant so much to her. So it was a mistake, but is he an asshole for it? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think he's necessarily an asshole for this. I mean I think it's just maybe he is a little bit of an asshole just for, like, you know, sort of dismissing her when she brought it up initially. But, like, I don't know, like, because and I'm going through the comments here, and, you know, there's that part that's included about when it's like my mom got visibly upset, and people are like, oh, he's such a mama's boy. He's such a mama's boy. He shouldn't, like, you know, oh, you like your mom better than your girlfriend. And it's like, no, like, you know, you try, like, fucking Redditor challenge, get off your account and live a real experience. But, like, I just, the idea of, like, you know, being in that situation and, like, you know, telling your family members who you're there to visit that, like, you know, when you don't really understand why this is important to your girlfriend yet, you know, and be like, hey, we want to go out and do this thing, like, and just being like, hey, also, like, we don't want to hang out with the rest of the family that we came all this way to see. You know, I just feel like maybe this is like an everyone sucks here situation, just because, like, why didn't she bring up that this was tied to the grandfather earlier? And, like, clearly it was making her upset, you know, like, throughout. I feel like if you had let him been like, hey, you know, like, this used to be a thing that we did with my grandfather and he passed a few years ago and I haven't gotten to do it since, then it would be like, oh my God, like, yeah, let's absolutely do this. And I'll tell, like, I don't know, you know, like, I feel like we don't necessarily have enough context here, because it's like, if she had brought that up beforehand and been like, you know, hey, this is the thing, like, you know, what I just said, like, and if this guy had, like, you know, if he had dismissed it then it's like, okay, yeah, he's an asshole. But, like, you know, if he went to his mom and was like, hey, you know, mom, like, this is my girlfriend's tradition, like, you know, with her grandfather who passed away, I would love to, like, honor that and honor him, I think that there's, I don't know, there the room for growth. So like, I think that maybe he was dismissive of it and should have listened, but like, I don't know. I feel like there's this like, when you read these Reddit stories, there's always this case of like people being like, well, you should have done it like this way. And it's like, you don't know what it was like to be in that room. I feel like, like you don't have all of the context here, and people's just like reading comprehension and just like understanding that like, hey, maybe you don't have the most reliable narrator or whatever. So like, I fully think that this could be an everyone sucks here kind of deal. Yeah, but that's just where I land on it.
I think this happens to a lot of people where one person wants the other one to just know kind of what they're thinking,
mind reading.
or do the other, like do the thing that person thinks is right without having to tell them that is the right thing to do.
Right.
And it happens all the time. It should just, people just need to come to terms that that's not always going to happen. And I think this is one of those situations that the girl was like, why didn't you know? And she was like, well, I shouldn't have had to tell you that it was like based on my grandfather, because you should have just done the right thing when I told you that it was something I cared about.
Right. Well, hey, we're at the end of the episode.
Yeah, and I died fucking 3 times. This game is awesome. I love it.
It's a very cool, awesome game, and it's great. Thanks for joining us for this Thanksgiving Nubby episode. Hope if you celebrate, hope you enjoy your turkey and your pumpkin pie, and if you don't, enjoy your Thursday. Remember to like, comment, subscribe.
Get some maple cheesecake in you, and have a good tea day.
Yeah. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, smash that like button, punch the bell, and we will catch you on the flippy dip. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.